Well, the convention circuit is always filled with degenerates and weirdos. I've been dealing with this and been one of the only YouTube channels, if not the only YouTube channel, that covers it since 2017. My name's John Delarose, everybody, and gosh, there's a lot to unpack here as the former president of Katsucon, which is Washington, D.C.'s anime convention, urges the targeting of conservatives coming to CPAC, which is the conservative conference, which takes place at the same hotel right after this convention ends. Very weird stuff, but this is how they act. These people are sick. They'll attack people all the way around. There's been a lot of instances of this over the last few years, and it's because these people are so mentally deranged in their own little fantasies, they can't get out of their own whatever hobby it is where they've just completely lost touch with reality, that they act like this every single time. It's been well documented over the years, and we're going to get into it in just a moment. Please hit the like and subscribe button as we talk about all things in pop culture, especially with conventions and the like. My name's John Delarose. I am a fantasy and science fiction and comic book writer, and this is one of the best deals on the internet. You get 3 free books from me just for signing up right here. It's in the description below, and it's wonderful stuff. You get a full graphic novel, which you'll absolutely love, superhero stuff, a full science fiction novel, and a fantasy book as well. This is a $50 value just for signing up and hanging out. I've got a bunch of books coming out this year. I work super hard, guys, and there's a lot of cool stories coming out. If you're anime and manga fans, I've got some stuff for you as well. So check it out. It's in the description below. Thank you for being here and signing up. Okay, so Katsucon is having some problems here with their woke activists. Pretty normal for the convention circuit. Back in 2017, I got nervous, actually, and this is kind of what put me into the spotlight because I saw that I was no longer invited to a local science fiction convention after speaking for years. Now, this was weird because I had my debut novel out at the time, finally got a little bit of a following, finally had people paying attention to what I was doing when I had not had that in the past. And so their canceling was very much a politically targeted thing because of the Trump victory election in 2016. That got me a little bit of attention in the science fiction community. And so what I was going to do is I was going to go to Worldcon and just show, you know what, I'm going to show I'm a human, and these people will be able to hang out. And Worldcon's the big science fiction convention. And with that, I'll bring some conservative guys with me. We'll talk science fiction with people, and these people will start to dial down. I didn't realize how terminally insane these people were because they're all online all day long, just flipping out, pretending like the sky's falling. They've lost themselves in these dystopian worlds inside their own heads, where they just can't enjoy life and can't actually be around people who think differently than them. It's really ridiculous because they keep shouting diversity, diversity, inclusivity, inclusivity, but all they try to do is exclude people who think differently than them, which is about 50% of the population. It's such a strange thing. So when this happened, I was like, gosh, a lot of the guys who were going to come with me to Worldcon backed out because they're like, look, it's too dangerous. People will get violent. And I'm like, we gotta show up. We can't just cede the space, right? And so I plan to show up, and I posted to my blog saying, you know what, I'm going to get a body cam just in case anybody tries to attack me. And then people started going crazy on me on that. And so what happened was the convention called me a racist bully on their website, and they banned me. Yes, and that propelled me to news stardom, and of course I sold a bunch more books because of that. And started the platform here. At this point, I had to become a cultural commentator and just call this stuff out. And we sued them over this. I sued them, and I ended up winning. They were forced to apologize. They were forced to pay me for their defamation. And that's what happened at my convention. But this has been going on in different spots as well. So John Ringo, a Baen Books author, very storied author who's a wonderful guy, was canceled from a con called Con Carolinas because people were complaining about him being a conservative. Jeremy Hambley, the Quartering, was attacked at Gen Con, the board gaming convention. He literally had a transgender activist throw a punch at him, assault him, and the convention actually banned him and didn't ban the guy who attacked him. I mean, this is how crazy these conventions end up being a lot of the time. We've also seen Larry Correia, who's another Baen Books author, was supposed to be guest of honor at Origins Game Fair in Ohio, and they banned him and removed him as guest of honor after this, after they got complaints from SJWs as well. So these people have targeted conservatives at conventions a lot and don't just allow us to enjoy science fiction, fantasy, board games, anime, and fandom like they do. They've forced us so we are not, we're like pariahs just for existing. Again, ironic because of their inclusivity and diversity garbage that they keep pushing through everything. But now, like, it looks like this guy's like encouraging like some violent activism. Very, very weird at this Katsucon that's going on. And of course, he's posted it. They have their own group called Katsucon 21 Plus on Facebook. And if you don't know, a lot of these conventions have very degenerate scenes after hours. I've been to a convention where I saw, this is out in the hotel lobby, like a person carrying like a person by a leash, with like a full mask on and naked except for like something covering their, genitals and the like, on all fours as he's dragging him around on a leash, like this homosexual couple, of course, doing that. They have like these bondage rooms at these conventions a lot of the time, which I don't know that this guy partakes in them, but it's the 21 plus spot. And in this group, like to join the group, because I was attempting to join to get the journalism out of this. They actually have a question: do you snitch on party rooms? Which implies, there's something creepy and degenerate going on there, and creepy and degenerate, maybe drug use. Who knows what snitching's about in terms of this regard. So this is where this guy's posting this call to attack conservatives right here, and he is the former president of Katsucon. This is their anime convention. Tens of thousands of people go to this convention, and it's right before the conservative CPAC is happening, and they both happen at the Gaylord Hotel in Washington, D.C. So when you get into this group actually has almost 10,000 people in it by itself. This is it. It's private. Only members can see what's going on. And the party rooms are notorious for having disgusting behaviors, as I've talked about: excessive alcohol use, drug use, orgies, and other perverted activities. It makes the day and night scenes at conventions very different animals. Now, Katsucon takes place here, and of course, CPAC takes place the next week. So Katsucon just ended today, and the conservatives get in on Wednesday. So what this guy's thinking is that, gosh, there's going to be some Trump supporters, some big conservative influencers, some government officials and the like who are going to be here at this hotel in the next couple of days. Maybe one got in early or something. Maybe if we see them, we can do something about it if the stragglers are out there. So he's urging anime fans to attack people, and it's very, very weird. So here's his post. He says, "I'm going to risk it." So he knows that he's going to be posting something bad. This is risk it, right? And remind you all that CPAC is coming to Gaylord right after us, Wednesday through Saturday. If you know who they are, I don't need to remind you that for some, this might present an opportunity. Very, very cagey wording right here. This is encouraging violence, very much so. This is encouraging somebody to go out there and attack somebody, possibly even kill somebody, because he doesn't like the way that the government's going, and he doesn't like that there's political opposition to his degenerate lifestyles out there. Please act responsibly towards your friends and your country. So he's not saying act responsibly like, be nice to people who are showing up and all that. That's what actual responsibility is. But he's saying that the responsibility is for you to go out there and attack somebody because you don't like their policies. This is somebody who like clearly is deranged. This is somebody who clearly has mental illness. I'm proud of you, he says. And he's obviously encouraging some sort of assault on people, at least harassment of the people who are conservatives that are coming out there. This is pretty wild. And he's just assuming that, I guess, anime fans are going to be doing this. Only one like on it when it got screenshotted. So not a lot of people were in on this kind of thing. Look, even a lot of leftists say this type of behavior is over the line. This is a crazy, crazy thing to state. Encouraging violence at a public event is absolutely absurd. Now, if any conservative said then anything remotely like this, they'd be banned from everything from life. But will this happen to Greg Larson at Katsucon, who's now encouraging political violence? Absolutely wild. They won't, because it's totally okay when we do it, is how they act. Now, journalist Andy No actually talked about it, and he said it appears to urge his comrades to target conservative speakers and politicians at CPAC since they're being held at the same convention. Very weird. This might present an opportunity. What creepy, cagey wording. And obviously in his head, he's got some very, very sick fantasies going on. But this is par for the course. This is why we report on this stuff at conventions. If you follow my channel, if you look up Gen Con, if you look up WorldCon, I've found a lot of crazy stuff happening over the years. And it is something that needs to stop. Conventions should be for everybody. Fandom should be for everybody. They need to quit the hatred and just complete bigotry against Christians and conservatives out there. And unfortunately, this is more common than it is not at these type of scenes. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and make sure to sign up for my newsletter in the description below. Get 3 free books. Join a fun fandom over here, guys. We are just building an alternative culture in addition to everything else that's going on here, and I'd love for you to get on board. Thank you for being here. We'll be back soon.